My name is Judy Clark. I'm with San Leandro Co-working. It's a space where you can get work done away from your home or away from your office. We're here today at this the Meet the CIO event. This is the second of 4. This one was how the city is rising to the challenge of innovation with Lit San Leandro in town, this fiber loop that's starting to bring some more innovative forces and customers and tenants and economic development. Some of the buildings that have specific challenges. So we talked today with Pam White, who is with Madison Marquette of the Bayfair Center, and how their Bayfair Center is changing some of their work. Also, we are talking with Dave Holly, who is with Unicor of Westgate. And we also talked with Gay Quinn, who's with the Chamber. She's a developer, and she's with San Leandro by Design, a program that is trying to tell new stories about the town. And also Bill Sherwood, who's with the library. He's talking about the Millennial Academy, which is an outreach program for 18 to 33-year-olds. Hosting this whole event or interviewing this whole event was Debbie Acosta, our new Chief Innovation Officer.
I'm Deborah Acosta. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer for the City of San Leandro. I'm here at the San Leandro Public Library today for the second Meet the Chief Innovation Officer series event. It's the second one in a series of 4. Today was important because we really engaged a Bay Area community to come out and meet some of the innovators in the San Leandro community, from Westgate, from Bayfair, from the San Leandro Library, and from San Leandro by Design. A lot of wonderful innovation has been taking place related to Lit San Leandro. Come out to the next ones over the next couple of months. You'll enjoy yourself. Thank you.
The City of San Leandro and to the San Leandro Public Library, literally the fastest library in the state of California. With our 10 gigabit fiber hooked up into this building, people are now able to surf the internet, do whatever it is, research that they do on the internet, and not have to be faced with the swirly, which I'm sure all of you are quite familiar with. So I'm the Chief Innovation Officer for the City of San Leandro. This is week 18 for me. It's been quite a wild ride, and it's going to increase. And that's a very positive thing. So we're here tonight to talk about innovation and what that means for the City of San Leandro. So we will talk about Lit San Leandro, which is actually the fiber optic loop, which is helping to spur this conversation. But innovation is actually a little bit more than that. So, next slide. So innovation, what is it? Innovation isn't actually inventing the first wheel. Innovation happens when you're thinking about what to do with that wheel. So in my world, innovation happens when you see a world of potential that others are blind to. So things are already there. Many of us can see the same kinds of things all lined up in a row. But different people looking at those things will get different reactions, and some people won't think anything of it, some people will say different things that aren't connected, and other people will take those different things and do something with it. So there's some really great examples here in the Bay Area of those kind of dot connecting. So Steve Jobs actually had to drop out of college. His family couldn't afford to keep him there, but he dropped in anyway. And one day he dropped into a calligraphy class and became absolutely fascinated with what he saw happening. He loved the swirl of the letters and the different things that you could do with a letter. From that, the different types of fonts grew on a keyboard. So without that, Steve Jobs dropping into calligraphy class and figuring out that, wait a minute, this is much more interesting. Who knows what our keyboards would look like nowadays and whether fonts would have been developed or how long it would have taken. Right next door in Oakland, Pandora Internet Radio sprang from a collaboration between Tim Westergren, the founder of Pandora, one of the founders of Pandora, and Nolan Glasser, who was actually a musicologist. Tim Westergren was a frustrated band member. For 10 years he toured with his band. He couldn't figure out why the heck he couldn't ever seem to get noticed by any of the production companies. Teaming up with and he wanted to figure out how can a young musician get his or her music out to the world without having to go through the music companies. By teaming up with Nolan Glasser, he figured out that music, just like our human genomes, have different characteristics. Human voice, male, female, high timbre, low timbre, saxophone, drums. Each of this has different characteristics, and they actually split it up into 500 different characteristics. So literally, if you go into Pandora today, you will find people with headphones on listening to music and literally tracking each of those characteristics. That allows you to go onto the internet and put in the musician of your choice, or the music, or the song title, or a band, and it will deliver a radio station to you that matches the characteristics of that song that you picked. So really, innovation happens when dots are connected. And it's people who do the connecting, and that's really important as we move forward with listening to what the story is happening here today. Next. So high-speed fiber is a game changer, but what we do with it is really what changes the game. And in San Leandro, we're going to be doing this in a way that looks very different than what's going on in Palo Alto and San Francisco, and even to some extent in Oakland. It's really about sociology, not about technology. Technology, Lit San Leandro is going to spur things happening, but it's people who are going to do something with it. So and it's really about becoming a connected, smart, innovative community. Next. So Lit San Leandro, it's a very unique public-private partnership. City conduit, paid for by Dr. Patrick Kennedy, who is literally paying for the fiber that's pulled through it and is running Lit San Leandro, which is actually the utility company to which the internet service providers actually provide the service directly into the business. It is literally the fastest fiber in the US at 100 gigabits per second. It can go faster, it's just about the equipment that you put on it. We're developing a regional approach. We don't want San Leandro to be the fastest service provider. We want the entire East Bay and the Bay Area to become connected through this in a collaborative fashion. And our location in the center of the Bay Area is critical. So if you think about it, to the right, we're off to San Francisco very easily, just a few bar stops away. Silicon Valley and San Jose, just down the peninsula. And central to the East Bay. So we really have an ideal location, ideal weather, great housing, good public schools. We're in a very sweet spot here. Next. And then the final slide, this is what Lit San Leandro, the fiber optic network, literally looks like the path. So you can see it traces around most of the industrial areas of the city. This is not fiber to the home. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. But today it's really about economic development. It's about increasing the ability of businesses to connect to the internet and to the world. So we're actually, it's an existing 11.5 miles right now is lit. There's an additional 7.5 miles that is being paid for through a federal grant or matching grant, and that will be going on live probably within the next year. So that really is in a nutshell about why we are here today and why we're talking about innovation in the city of San Leandro.